A wired keyboard and mouse for under 20 bucks, but are they worth it? Let's find out. Dave Taylor here, and I work at home. Even people who have office jobs find that they work at home a lot too. And we've all become really used to these little dinky keyboards on our laptops. Now you can struggle through and use it, and you'll probably get used to it after a while. But seriously, a full-size keyboard is a certain kind of luxury. It just gives you better performance. It makes your hands feel better. It's just a more pleasant experience. Enter this. This, turn it the right way, is the Cherry DC2000 Business Desktop Keyboard and 3-button mouse. Now, these are really nice. Cherry has been making these sort of keyboard setups for a really long time. They have quite a variety of different options. The DC2000 features 6-foot cables, so you got plenty of space if you do have a desktop and you want to plug it in underneath or something. That'll work totally fine. These are very much designed for that, but you can also use them for laptops. We'll come back to that. Now, they tell you it's an LPK keyboard, but I'm pretty sure LPK is laser projected. This is not laser projected. This is a physical device, nothing virtual reality about it. In fact, it's a dome switch keyboard, and every key has nice play on it. It pushes down a meaningful distance. It comes back up. It's super quiet. So listen. Very quiet keyboard, and the feel of it is really terrific. Now, Cherry says it has a service life of 10 million operations. So I don't care what you're doing online, this is going to cover your usage. It's going to last longer than your computer is. And as you can see in these close-ups, the main key section has all your function keys and everything that you want. And then on the side, they have the sort of functional clusters for insert and home and page up and page down, and the 4 cursor keys and the numeric keypad. And what's really cool is they have these 4 hotkeys that give you 1-button access to calculator, email, web browser, and boom, you can go to sleep. So super easy. Now, the mouse is an optical mouse, and it's running at 1200 DPI, and what that means is it has a very nice resolution. It's very fine, so if you're doing detail work in your graphics editor or something, very small mouse motions will translate into very small motions on the screen. Kind of what you want. Now, it does use an optical system, so it really wants a more textured environment. If you have a perfectly smooth surface, or worse, just a piece of glass, you'll want to put down a mouse pad or at least a piece of paper or something, but that's true of all mice. Now, again, there's a certain pleasure about going back to a mouse instead of the ubiquitous trackpads. So, you know, having both gives you a nice option with a laptop. With a desktop, obviously, this becomes your main user interface and your main input mechanism. So that's all good. Now, the scroll wheel, let's talk about the mouse for a second. Here's again a close-up. You're seeing, there's 2 buttons. Why'd you say 3 buttons? So in fact, there's right and left, and then the scroll wheel is also a button. So that's pretty important to know. And again, here's what's really great is you plug these into a PC especially, and boom, it knows exactly what to do with all of this. This is super easy. There's no complicated configuration, anything like that. Now, the only thing I will say is that when you read the description of this online, Cherry says that you only need 1 USB plug, and I don't really get that, because when I look at this keyboard, I don't see a USB in. I mean, in fact, the whole thing is insanely slim, right? There's no space for a port, so you need 2 plugs, 1 for your mouse, 1 for your keyboard. Now, not all laptops have those, so you could also use a simple USB splitter. It'll work fine with that, because however fast you're typing, you're not actually sending a huge amount of data. Now, let's see. The other thing I want to point out is that it has the keyboard has little feet, so you can flip them down, and now it's even flatter on the surface. I don't like that. I like to have it tilted up a little bit, so I really like having the feet there, and I tend to leave them stuck on the up position. And finally, if I plug it into my computer, then I am now, let's see, let's get it out on this side, and I'm now ready to go. I mean, how easy is that? And how nice to have a full-size keyboard that lets me actually use it as normal people use normal computer keyboards. Although I guess sales trends are such that laptop and desktops, the laptops are winning that race. But still, there's something about these larger keyboards. You don't have to take it with you. It doesn't have to go into your luggage. But if you're sitting at your home office or something, this is a real luxury. Finally, it can be localized. The Cherry offers it for Belgium, Germany, Spain, France, the UK, the pan-Nordic countries, and this is the US plus Euro symbol. Now, after Brexit, who knows, maybe we'll have to add the pound sterling symbol too. That's down the road. So, all that's left to talk about is the price. But before we get to the price, can I ask if you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel? Really appreciate that. And do you use an external keyboard with your laptop? Tell me about it. I'd really like to hear what you're using and how it's working out for you. Okay, finally, so here's the best part of all of this, right? So the Cherry DC2000 desktop keyboard and 3-button mouse, you can find it at a variety of different places. My recommendation is to check out Dell.com, where it's $15.99. So $15.99 at Dell.com with free shipping is hard to beat. So this is the Cherry DC2000. I need to get back to working on my great novel, or my email, one of the two, which means I'll catch you in my next video.